Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how I've made this floating panel card. I have made this style before. I made this one during a Facebook Live and I had a different idea in my head, but it wasn't quite working out. So then I ended up adding acetate and then I realised it was a card style I'd already done before, but it was a couple of years ago now and I did use cardstock for the floating panel. So this one actually does suit the name floating panel card better because it's using acetate. So this is the one that I made during the live. So I've just got that lovely topper, cute little kittens. I will probably end up putting a sentiment on there as well, but I've left it as it is for now. And then when you open it up, you have this panel that pops up. So if you've watched me for a while and you know you'll probably remember this style, and like I said, I'll have it popping up now and it will also be at the end as well, so you might want to watch that one next. But it's a really fun style. You don't need any specialty dies or anything for this one, and this doesn't have to be an oval. It can be any shape that you want. And also it can go in any size card as well. This is 5x7 when it folds flat, but this could easily work in a 6x6 size. Smaller cards, bigger, it's entirely up to you. Then when I had made that, I said I was going to do another version using the house mouse, which is this stamp set here, but I'm going to keep that for another tutorial, and instead I'm going to use the Adventures in Ink, the Christmas kitty again. It's just such a cute stamp set. I thought it would work really well. So this time, and this is the one I'm going to show you today, got your belly band there, take that off, and this time you've got a triple floating or triple pop out. So whether you want to have, you know, 3 panels, you could even have 2. It's entirely up to you. It's a really easy one to adapt. It's a really versatile style and it's going to work for many occasions as well. So it's very quick and easy to make. So let's get started. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of 10x7" cardstock, and along the 10" side, you're going to score it 2.5, 5 and 7.5. And then you want to cut yourself 4 pieces. Well, it'd be 6 in total, but I've got 4 pieces to go inside here, and this is using my Moving Scenes paper pad here. These all measure 2.25 by 6 3/4. So I'm going to stick just the 2 outer ones on first. The 2 in the middle I want to leave because I want to attach my acetate first of all. I'm going to stick these down now. Okay, so whilst they're drying, you want to cut yourself, well, it will depend. If you want to do it like the one I showed at the beginning, then you'll just need 1 piece of acetate. And I'll give you the measurements for that piece in a moment because everything's the same. It's just the acetate that's different on this. For this one, I've got 3 pieces because I'm having the 2 circles and the sentiment all suspended on acetate. So these are all 1/2 inch wide by 6. And then you're going to score at 5/8 of an inch and at 5 3/8. You're going to do that on each one. When I'm scoring acetate, I like to use a metal stylus, especially if it's a construction weight, because you can really get in there and embed the score line. So again, that's at 5/8 of an inch and then 5 3/8 of an inch. Do that on all 3 pieces. If you want to do this one, the width for just that one is 2 inches by the same 6, and then score at 5/8 and 5 3/8. So they're all stuck down. So now I'm going to do a concertina fold. So I'm going to do a mountain, valley and a mountain fold, and just give that a good burnish. Okay, so we've got something like that. And then with your acetate, you want to fold the score lines so they're both mountain folds at each end, and do that on all the pieces, and then add some tape to the end tabs. Next we need to attach the acetate, but first you want to place where you want your toppers to go. In fact, I think I'm going to have him at the top, him at the bottom, and then the sentiment. I did plan it so that they would all just have a bit of space to be able to pop. There we go. So that's how it's going to look. So I'm going to take the backing off of here. So remove that one. I'm going to take the backing off of this one, just fold it over. I'm just kind of pinching it in place, and it will come in just a little bit in from the score line there. And again, taking off that one, fold it under, make sure it all lies flat, and then stick it down. And I measured it so that when you stick your layer down to cover it all, you'll still get a nice white border either side to match the border here. So just make sure where, you know, you've placed your top one, make sure the rest are placed, you know, the same, so your matte layer is going to fit. Again, just kind of holding that in place, fold it over and just make sure it lines up, or the fold lines up with this one. Again, make sure it's nice and straight. Stick that one down, and then the last one, and then fold it under. Give them all a really good burnish. Okay, and then just check that your layer can sit nicely underneath, because you can still trim it if need be, but that's going to be fine. And then again, just check that one. Yeah, they're both going to be fine. So I'm just going to add my glue to the back. I'm not worrying that some of it's going to go over the little bits of acetate. There's plenty of glue there for it to attach to the card. If you just kind of open it up, so you can just lift up those pieces, and then you can just maneuver it a little bit there. Okay, so whilst that's drying, we can stick these down. So I like to just add a little bit of foam in the middle of each piece of acetate. If you don't want to add more dimension, then just use some double-sided tape. So now don't worry about getting the foam in the center of your topper. Focus on getting your toppers, you know, in the right place on the card. So I'm going to start with the middle one here, and that looks about right. And now I can focus on him, and then on him. So he's actually got a bit more room. Bring him up a little bit. There you go. How cool does that look? So then I've got the other characters here. So I think I've done this one a bit different. Yeah, I'm going to have him more angled in that orientation. He is going to be down here, and I'm just going to, no, it's going to have to be that way. Maybe I'll have him there, this one there, and then him maybe just down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's how it's going to be displayed. So all of those pop out, and then to fold it flat, it will all just fold down. For the belly band, I've got a piece of pink here. This is just the length of A4 card, and it's 1 inch wide. I'm just going to wrap it around. You don't need to score this. Just wrap it around, and I'm going to use some of my quick grab glue. And then my topper is a 4 inch diameter circle. In fact, I don't think I gave you the diameter of the circle, but I will edit it into the video so it will come up with what that measurement is. So just get that in the center. There we go. So there is dimension with this, there always is with my cards, but when I have a belly band, that is my envelope for me. So I will probably hand deliver this, or I'd pop it in a, you know, a padded envelope and post it. So that will just slide off nicely now, and then when they open it, it will naturally just kind of pop into shape. And even if they decide to display it like so, they can. It still pops out, and yeah, it looks really effective. So I'll just bring back in the other one there, just so you can see how they look side by side. I think it's a wonderful style. Like I said, it is something I've done before. I've done it very similar to this, but it was a cardstock strip instead of acetate. So I think adding the acetate really does make it look like they are floating toppers. So thank you as always for watching today. I will have all the products that I've used linked in the description box below this video. Coming up now will be that tutorial that I said, and also some other kind of floating panel kind of cards. You might want to go and watch those next. And if you've enjoyed today, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any future tutorials. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.